Thanks for joining me today. I am going to be installing the Beat Sonic amplifier in my GR Corolla, and it sounds okay, but I wanted a little bit more from it from time to time, and I do have plans at some point to install a subwoofer under the passenger seat, so this is kind of a stepping stone to that. So for the first step, we're going to go ahead and install this, and I'm going to see how much I like it in addition to what it was stock. Okay, I thought I'd go ahead and just do a little unboxing here so you can see. Okay. Looks like we have our cable. This is supposed to be just a plug and play deal here. So that's all there is in there. So here's our amplifier. Nice, small, and compact. We got some gains, front and rear RCAs, and here's where we patch into it. Some, okay, little, they talk about the gain is set at 50%, and how to adjust it, okay, and some padding and stuff, probably to where to stick that, and then some directions. To do this install, guys, is the bezel. You want to pop the bezel off of the stereo, and so you can either use a panel tool or your fingernails and just kind of reach around the top here and pull on it, and it'll pop off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. It popped off. It just snaps on, so you can see the kind of the holes, and you'll feel it pop. So there you can see on the back side of it here. So go ahead and do that, and you're off and running. So the next thing, we just need to get this trim piece that kind of wraps down and around out. So just start getting your trim tool under there and see if you can. It's always that first pop that you want to get going. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. So once that is off, kind of rotate it around, and there is a plug for it, and just so push the tab and take it out. Okay, so you're done with that piece. And now this is what it looks like. What you gotta do is the little vents here, so they just snap in, but you need to just give it a good pull. They're just popped in, but you need two good hands to give a firm pull. So, and these will pop out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that next. So once that pops loose like this, you'll pull it out, and you'll see there is a connector to it right here. And then you'll want to go ahead and push the tab and disconnect the connector. Is you kind of have to look underneath. So I'm going to show you down under, and you'll see there's a 10mm bolt there, and there's another one up higher underneath. You see that? So there's one there, and then there's one tucked up under it. So, and there's two on each side. So you need to go ahead and the other one can't really, oh, there it is, it's tucked up under there. But so you need to go ahead and remove those 4 10mm bolts. So I'll go ahead and get a socket and do 4 bolts out. Then just give it a little pull and it will come out. It does have these 4 little tabs, but it's not very tight. So it'll just pull forward. I put a couple of towels here just to give it some support. And that way I have access to all of the cords that I need to have access to on the back side. Do this install, we need to get to this gray one and this big black one here. So it's easier to also remove these 2 little ones right here. So, okay, I've got my wiring harness here. I did put a little more cloth tape over some of the bare wire that they had on this, on some of the pieces. So you can see right here and whatnot. So, but this big, the large female plastic piece here, that goes into the gray one that was plugged into the stereo. So make that connection real quick. And when you're doing these, make sure that you hear it click and then it makes a firm connection. The other end of this little short pigtail, the male, that's going to go where this gray one went to, which is right, if I get my finger down in there, right there. So I'll go ahead and plug that one in. So then we have 2 more connectors here. So the female goes into this male that was connected into the radio, and then the corresponding male from the wire harness goes into the back of the radio where this one went. So I'll make those connectors real quick. So these 2 go together right there, and then this one goes in to the back of the radio. So now I need to plug these 2 back in. So the black one goes here. Boy, I need 3 hands. So the black one, and you can even see they're color coded, the black one and the brown one. And then I'm going to take this ground and I'm just going to attach it to this bolt right here. That looks like it's just as easy as anything. So I just need to grab a screwdriver. Okay, quick little verify there. So I got the 2 small ones plugged back in, so everything's attached on the back of the stereo, and I've got my little ground wire attached there. So everything's good on that side. So now we just need to make these attachments right here. These 2 go to the amp right here, and we'll give it a quick test. So I've got these connected into the amplifier. I was just going to leave the gain at where it was from the factory, at least to start with. I can always adjust it later, but I'm going to tuck this. There's kind of a cubby hole right back in there, and I'm going to try to stick it under there. It came with some of this padding, so I kind of put that around it. I'm just going to stick it back there and then kind of tuck the cable back there too. Let's see if it stays still. If I need some more padding around it, then I'll go ahead and do that. And I kind of routed the cables up and over, and then I just to the tie strap, and I'm going to stick the bundle kind of right down in that gap right there. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna snap it back in there, and we'll test it and make sure everything works before I button it back up. It definitely sounds much improved. A lot better bass response, and the volume at said volume is much louder. So yeah, so I'm going to play with this for a little while, and we'll see what happens. Don't want to upset the YouTube music gods, so I'll keep the volume down. But yeah, from initial perspective, seems to be a very nice option for improving the stereo system for a very minimal cost. So anyway, I will get this buttoned up and snapped back together. So just got to put the 4 bolts in, and then everything else just snaps right back. So it'll literally just take a few minutes, and we'll be all set. And there we have it, guys. Like I said, these things just snap together once you get the 4 bolts back in place for the head unit. Don't forget to attach the wire connection for this, for the hazards, and then the connection for this piece. But they just snap together, and then snap your bezel back on. I have one other piece here because I have a phone holder that slides around, and it is done. So all tucked away in there. You never know it's there. Now I just need to wipe off all the fingerprints. So one more thing done. Appreciate it, guys. Hopefully that helps. Some of you have been thinking about doing this. I appreciate it. If you'd like, comment, subscribe. It's all up to you guys as to how everything goes for the channel and how it keeps growing. I appreciate everything that you guys are doing for me. And until next time, we'll see you down the road. So this is just a little follow-up here. Before I ended up posting the video on the BeatSonic amplifier in my GR Corolla. And I've had it in there about a week now, and it definitely makes a difference. It's a fuller sound, there's more bass to it. It's not gonna be like you did a complete overhaul of the sound system, but it is definitely an improvement for the simplicity and the cost of the upgrade. I think it's definitely worthwhile. Like I had mentioned in the installation video, I'm still planning on adding some type of small subwoofer. But overall, I'm very happy with the product, and I haven't played with anything as far as the gains or anything. They're still at the 50% that it came with, but overall I'm very happy with it. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out from what my initial reactions are after installing it, so that everybody knew what I thought of it after having it and playing with it for about a week. So anyway, I definitely feel like it's a good option, and anybody out there trying to get a little bit more out of the stock JBL system, definitely look into it. It's a simple install, and maybe it'll be enough that'll make you happy with the system. So thank you much, guys.